Yeah, of course. Yeah, I can. Hello. Yeah, I can allow you to take photograph. We normally have no photography side, simply to prevent somebody who do not understand the culture, they may pose inappropriately. For example, when they stand in front of the child room, they may show the two fingers like this. That is disrespectful. Yeah. If you pose appropriately, that's fine. I think we still need to wait for more people to come in. So as I understand, there will be about 100, and if possible, could you please move forward so that we will have more space at the back. Yeah. But you can sit in cross-leg. มีเดี๋ยวไปเอาเก้าอี้มาอีกหน่อยได้ไหมรู้สึกคนแก่หลายคนอยู่เอามาสัก 2-3 ตัวสัก 2-3 ตัวก็ได้ Jonas, could you please come with the chair? Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Right, to welcome you, I would like to perform the blessing chanting and recall it, the blessing of victory. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Iti piso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho viccha charana sampanno sukhato lokavitu anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati sattha eva manut sa นังพุทโธภควาติสวากขาโตภควตาธัมโมสันทิฏฐิโกอากาลิโกเอหิปัสสิโกโอปนัยโกปัจจัตตังเวทิตาโพวินโยหิติสุปฏิปันโนภควโตสาวกสังโฆอุชุปฏิปันโนภควโตสาวกสังโฆยายาปฏิปันโนภควโตสาวกสังโฆสามีจิปฏิปันโนภควโตสาวกสังโฆยติทางจัตตาริปุริสายุคานิอัตถาปุริสาโภคลาเอสะภควโตสาวกสังโฆอาหุนายโยปาหุนายโยทักขินายโยอัญชลีการณิโยอนุตตรังปุญญเขตังโลกัสสาติ Right now I would like to throw holy water to give you blessing. I think everyone is okay with that, with the holy water. Excuse me. Sona katang sumang kalang supa patang sumutitang sukono sumuto jasu yitang brahmacari supatakinang kaya kamang waja kamang patakinang panikite patakina nikatawana lapantate patakine sapi buddha palapata patekanang teyang palang arahantanan tete tena rakam pantha mi sabha so. Right. Okay, let me say welcome you to the Buddhavati Park Temple. And my name is Venerable Pio Paso. I'm from Thailand. And where's John? Is he somewhere here?
On the next bus.
Next bus.
I'm Sister Catherine. I'm working with John today.
All right.
He's on the second bus.
And he's still on the way?
Yes.
All right. Well, as I understand, you may feel a bit hungry now, aren't you? Right. So I'm gonna tell you the brief history of the Buddhavati Park Temple, and then I'm gonna ask one of our volunteers to tell you more about the paintings, and after that we can go to eat some refreshment. Yeah. Is that okay for you?
Yes.
All right. Well, anyone who would like to get some information, please feel free to take the leaflet and magazine on the platform. From the left to right, left is the yearly program, so please feel free to take it. And perhaps I thought, could you please move forward a little bit more so that we have space, more space at the back. Yeah, you can move a little bit forward. Yeah, okay, right. Okay, yeah, I know. Yeah, I recognize him then. Yeah, I think there's still some people outside. It's okay, all right. Okay, let me say welcome you to the Buddhavati Park Temple. The brief history of the Buddhavati Temple began in 1964 when a Thai Buddhist monk, a meditation master, was invited by an English person to teach meditation in London in 1964. And then 2 years later, they had the idea to establish a permanent Buddhist temple in Yichi. Since 1966 until 1976, we had in Shi, and then in 1976 we moved in here. The reason why we moved in Wimbledon because we wanted to build the main temple in the Thai style. So he's what we call the main temple. The Buddhavati Park was the first Thai Buddhist temple in the UK, but I thought the first Buddhist temple in the UK could be the Sri Lankan one, over 160 years. That one is all over 160 years, but our temple is about 54 years. on daily basis, the monks eat breakfast together at 6 o'clock in the morning, and then at 8 we do morning chanting. 11 to 12 is the monks' lunchtime, and then at 6 we do the evening chanting. So I have met Venerable Nagase many years ago. So I'm familiar with his face, but although I can't remember his name very well. So you may wonder, what is the difference between two of us? And it's from Mahayana Buddhism and from Theravada. There are two major schools in Buddhism. So the Theravada tradition is widely practiced in Sri Lanka, Burma, Thailand, Cambodia, and Laos. In terms of the teachings, we are not much different, but what makes us different is the practice of monastic codes, like the color of robe. You can see the color of my robe and the color of his robe. But the teachings are not much different, and because we follow the same Buddha, although the Buddha's image is erected in different styles, but the Buddha was still actually the same. And here at the Buddha Bhattipat Temple, we offer meditation classes on Tuesday and Thursday from 7 to 8:30 in the evening. And then on the weekend, like today, Saturday and Sunday, we offer meditation class from 4 to 5:30 p.m. Especially on Sunday, we have the Buddhist Sunday School, and where there are about 80 children aged between 4 to 12 come to learn Buddhism, Thai culture, and Thai language at Buddhist Sunday School. And anyone who would like to learn more about the program, so please feel free to take the leaflet over there. Now I would like to invite Gamontip to tell you more about the temple and also the paintings. Okay, you can stand from there.
Okay, once again, welcome to the Buddha Bhattipat Temple. Hi. Okay. Welcome once again to the Buddha Bhattipat Temple, and I will tell you about the mural paintings. So when you come to a Buddhist temple, you will find that the mural paintings tell the same story, starting off with the birth of the Buddha on this wall, and then the enlightenment of the Buddha on that wall.
Laser pen. You can use the pen over there. The black laser pen. Oh, no. You need laser pen. You.
And then the passing away of the Buddha on this wall. And then this wall is about cosmology. So let's start with over here. So you probably know the story of the Buddha already. He was born as a prince in Nepal, and it was a tradition at the time when the woman is about to give birth, she needed to return to her kingdom or to her parental home. And the queen wanted to go and give birth in her kingdom, but she didn't make it. So halfway through, she gave birth to her baby under the tree in the forest, and the baby is depicted walking away from everybody else, which signified that one day when he grew up, he would be walking away from the material world, and that's what it means. And then moving on to this wall, this is when the Buddha was about to attain enlightenment, and you will see that there are weapons and rockets and a lot of things which did not exist during the time of the Buddha, and that's partly because this is the temple in the West. And the artists, we had about 3 main artists and about 16 or 17 assistant artists. And they tried to incorporate Western ideas and people and places into the painting, which you cannot find anywhere else in the world except at this temple. So that's why they try to put in all the modern things as well in the paintings. So there's the king of the evil one. He summoned his army to stop the Buddha from attaining enlightenment. And you probably wonder why the king of the evil one has 6 arms. Well, this is a Thai temple, and in Thai literature, we consider the giant as a baddie, just like you have the ogre as a baddie here, except for Shrek. And the Thai baddie has lots of arms and lots of heads going around at the top. So he summoned his army to stop the Buddha, and you will find that in his army That's General Gaddafi there. And there's a Ronald Reagan on the back. So there are lots of interesting things in the picture, and it's quite fascinating to look at. Anyway, so in somebody's army, and the Buddha called on the goddess of earth. This is the goddess of earth. And you will find that when you come to the Buddhist temple, after people have done some meditation, or they come to offer food to the monks, or they have done something good, they'll come out of the temple with a little bowl of water, and they pour it onto the ground. That's when they ask for the goddess of earth to come and witness their good deeds. And the Buddha had been doing this in many, many lifetimes before he became the Buddha. So when he called on the goddess of earth, she poured out the water from her hair, the water that he had been pouring onto the earth in many, many lifetimes. And the water was big enough to flood the evil army away on this side. And then you see these two big eyes. They are the eyes of the evil one. So the eye on the right is very fierce because they came to attack. The eye on the left is subdued because they were defeated. And the door is like the mouth of the evil one. So when you come from the world outside, you come from the world of stress, chaos, and anxiety, you come into the temple to practice meditation, you get your peace of mind. When you finish, you walk back through the door, through the mouth of the evil one, back into the world of stress, chaos, and anxiety, and that's what that means. And then moving on to these two columns here, the green one, you'll see the lotus blossom here. So in Buddhism, we have 4 different types of lotuses. They signify different levels of understanding that people have. So for example, there's a lotus above the water, very big lotus. These are the wise ones, and they blossom above the water. And there's a lotus at the level of the water. They need a little bit of instruction before they get it, and eventually they will emerge above the water. And then there's a lotus in the middle of the water. They need a lot of instruction before they get it, and eventually they would emerge above the water. And then at the bottom, you'll see the lotus looking very green. These are the people who, it doesn't matter how much you teach them, they don't care, they can't be bothered, they don't want to learn, so they end up dying in the mud. And then moving on, this is when the Buddha passed away, and then you will find that there are lots of different Buddha postures. There's 3 here, and 4 on this side. You probably wonder what they are. So these are the Buddhas of the week. So if you were born on Sunday, that's your Buddha, Sunday Buddha, Monday Buddha, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then moving on over here, this is after the Buddha attained enlightenment, and he went to teach his mother in heaven because his mother passed away 7 days after giving birth. He did not get a chance to pay back the debt of gratitude to his mother. In Buddhism, we put a lot of emphasis on paying back the debt of gratitude to our parents and our teachers. So we have Father's Day, Mother's Day, and just like what you have, we also have Teacher's Day. And on Teacher's Day, Thai children would be making something like this for their teachers. It's in the shape of the hands putting together in respect. It also looks like the shape of the lotus before it blossoms. So the children's mind are like the lotus before it blossoms. And after they have been taught by their teachers, the mind open up and they blossom. So they offer this, they stitches the petals, flower petals and leaves into this shape. It takes them all day. And then they would offer it to their teachers on Teacher's Day. And they bow down to the teacher's feet and say, thank you very much for teaching us, and sorry for being naughty, horrible, and not listening to you. And because our parents are our first teachers, so sometimes school will also invite the parents to school on Teacher's Day, and the children will be bringing flowers to their parents and bow down to the parents' feet and say, thank you and sorry for being naughty, horrible, and not listening to them as well. So it's quite interesting. And that's because the Buddha showed that we should pay respect and also show gratitude to our parents, because he went to teach his mother in heaven. His mother passed away 7 days after giving birth, and he did not get a chance to pay back the debt of gratitude. So after he attained enlightenment, he went to teach his mother in heaven for 3 months. His mother was able to attain enlightenment, and then the Buddha came down to earth. So the 3 worlds opened. So that's heaven, earth, and hell. This is one of the hell pits that we have. In total, we have more than 400 hell pits, depending on the type of sin that people committed. And this one in particular is for people who committed adultery. And the punishment is that they are made to climb up the thorny tree. When they get to the top of the thorny tree, there'll be a crow with an iron beak to peg them down. Once they fall down to the bottom, there'll be these people with sharp weapons to poke them, push them, and make them go up and down the thorny tree, and they will die many lifetimes in that hell until they have learned their lessons not to do it again. You will also notice that the artwork is not particularly Thai. They combine a lot of artwork from Western artwork as well. But you will see that this one, the creature in hell, is from Christianity. And then at the back of this wall, there'll be the fire of hell, which is the idea of Christianity. So lots and lots of things are combined in the paintings. And here is Margaret Thatcher. She was painted here because she was the Prime Minister at the time when they did the painting. So it's a reminder that she was the Prime Minister. And no, she's not in hell. No, no. Just because she was, just a reminder. And then punk was in fashion at the time, so they painted a punk man there as well. And the artists also painted themselves here and there. There was one of them there, one there. And this one in particular, after he finished painting here, he went back to Thailand and he built the White Temple in the north of Thailand, which became one of the top 10 most beautiful temples in the world. So if you get a chance to go to Thailand, don't miss that temple, very beautiful. And moving on to over here, we have about 26 levels of heaven. So depending on how good you are. So if you have done a lot of good things and you go to heaven, and if you spend all the merits that you have done in this lifetime, you have to come back again. And then you can be born as human beings, animals, creepy crawlies, insects, or whatever, depending on the karma that you have done. And then we have, over here we have lots of different Buddhas. The black one is about 900 years old, and he was given to this temple by the late king of Thailand. And he named the black Buddha, Buddha Baripa, meaning the torch or the light of the Buddha. So the temple took after the name of the black Buddha. And because that Buddha was built during Sukhothai period, which was the time when Thailand was very peaceful, so his image is supposed to be the most peaceful of all. And the Buddhas that were built in a later period do not as a peaceful image as that one. And we have also the gold Buddha, but not made of real gold, of course. We used to make Buddha with real gold in the old days. But because of war with neighboring countries, when they invaded Thailand, the first thing they did was to burn down the Buddha and took the gold away. So later on we heard that they were coming, we got a bit smarter, we put the plaster over the Buddha in the shape of the Buddha. So many years passed by, when the plaster cracked, we found that we still have big golden Buddha hidden inside. But now it's too expensive to do that. The two standing ones are the two chief disciples of the Buddha. And the green one here is the replica of the Emerald Buddha. The real one is in the temple of the Emerald Buddha in Bangkok. And if you have been to Bangkok and you haven't been to the temple of the Emerald Buddha, it is considered you haven't been there at all, so don't miss it. And he has 3 costumes made from pure gold. So this is the summer costume, and there's winter costume and rainy season costume. And the person who would be changing this costume would be the King of Thailand. And then moving on to this wall here, after the Buddha attained enlightenment, he thought about whom to teach, what to teach, and whether or not to teach at all. So he thought about these 5 people who used to look after him, and he thought he would go and teach them. And on the way to teach those 5, he came across this man. And this man was in awe with the Buddha's aura that extended very far and wide from his body. And he asked the Buddha, "Who was your teacher and why are you so radiant?" And the Buddha said, "I'm my own teacher, I'm self-enlightened." And the man did not believe him. He shook his head and walked away. So the Buddha realized that people have different levels of understanding, just like those 4 different types of lotuses. Therefore, he needed to pick and choose whom to teach, what to teach, and how to teach in order to help them understand fully. So what did he teach? If you look at these 2 columns, this first one is when the Buddha was the prince, it was predicted that if he were to carry on in this lifestyle, he would become the emperor, but if he were to give it up, he would become the Buddha. So his father wanted very much for him to become the emperor. His father built him 3 palaces, the summer palace, the rainy palace, and the rainy season palace. And the Buddha was enjoying himself for a while, but he found, no, that's not the way to happiness. So he gave it all up and became a recluse. And he started practicing self-mortification, which is on this column. And self-mortification was a popular practice in India at the time, and they believed that if you torture yourself enough, it would set the mind free. So the Buddha tried it for 6 years, and some days he only ate 1 grain of rice per day, so he nearly starved himself to death. And sometimes he just put his tongue up and stayed like that all day, or sometimes he just bit his teeth together and stayed like that all day. But there are lots of severe forms of self-mortification, and the Buddha tried lots of them, and he found, no, that's not the way to happiness. So between sensual pleasure on this one and self-mortification, the Buddha came up with the Eightfold Path, and that's what he taught these 5, and also the 4 Noble Truths, and they were able to attain enlightenment. So that's about it for the moral paintings, and if you have any... Okay.
I'm going to lead a short meditation.
And the Venerable will show you how to do meditation for 5 minutes. Okay? So if any further questions, you can ask.
Could you please give round of applause to Chairman? Okay, thank you very much. And we're going to do a very short meditation. As I understand that we're going to have some refreshment later on. So now, and wherever you are, it doesn't matter. You can even stand and meditate. We're going to meditate for about maybe 2 or 3 minutes. And at the end of meditation, then we're going to suffer loving kindness by saying, "May I be happy," as I understand that. And today you're on the pilgrimage of peace, or walk peace, or peace walk, I'm not quite sure. All right, whatever. Right, so now, no matter where you are, you can sit down, you can stand. And to meditate, you can simply relax the body and mind, then breathe in and breathe out normally. You can even meditate in your own style, in your own technique. And here at the Buddha Patipat temple, we concentrate the mind on rising and falling movements of the abdomen. In other temples, they may concentrate the mind on the breathing. So I will ring the bell, and then you can close your eyes. So close the eye gently, relax the body and mind. You may concentrate the mind on the breathing. Breathe in, breathe out normally as you do in your daily life. You can even concentrate on the rising and falling movements of the abdomen. Just choose. If you have done any form of meditation before, just follow your own technique. Meditate in your own style. Relax the body and mind. Breathe in, breathe out normally. Whatever comes through your head, your ears, simply acknowledge it and then let it go. And concentrate the mind on the breathing again. You can even apply counting. Breathe in, breathe out. Count 1. Breathe in, breathe out. Count 2. And keep counting. From the Buddhist point of view, peace or war originated in the human mind. If we can create peace in our heart, and then peace will spread from our heart. to the wider rank. Relax the body, mind, breathe in and breathe out normally. Please open your eyes. At the end of meditation, we can spread the thought goodwill by saying, may I be happy, may I be free from suffering, may I be free from hatred, may I be free from hurtfulness, may I be free from troubles of body and mind, may I be able to protect my own happiness. And we also make a wishful or spread thought goodwill to all of the living beings by saying whatever beings there are, may they be happy, etc. But if you like, you may put hands together or you simply repeat after me. May I be happy. May I be free from suffering.
May I be free from suffering.
May I be free from hatred.
May I be free from hatred.
May I be free from hurtfulness.
May I be free from hurtfulness.
May I be free from troubles
May I be free from troubles
of body and mind.
of body and mind.
May I be able
May I
to protect my own happiness.
protect my own happiness.
Whatever beings there are,
Whatever beings there are,
may they be happy.
may they be happy.
May they be free from suffering.
May they be free from suffering.
May they be free from hatred.
May they be free from hatred.
May they be free from hurtfulness.
May they be free from hurtfulness.
May they be free from troubles
May they be free from troubles
of body and mind.
of body and mind.
May they be able
May they be able
to protect their own happiness.
to protect their own happiness.
All right. And I'm not sure if you would like to ask some questions. If you have one, you can ask the question now. Or, I don't know, if you would like to learn more about Buddhism, I'm more than happy to take your questions. Well, again, for those who would like to learn more about the program, so please feel free to take the leaflet over there, even the magazine or the brochure. Right.
How many are you in your community?
At the moment, there are 7 resident monks, and all of us are living in the big house over there. The head monk is going to be 94 in December, but he's still okay, he's still healthy. All of us are from Thailand.
And then a lot of local Buddhists will come to practice here as well.
Yes, and we, for example, on Sunday, we have between 300 to 500 people. 80 children, plus the parents, plus general visitors.
300 to 500.
Yeah, 300 to 500
Wow.
on Sunday. On the festival day, for example, in April, we have between 7,000 to 10,000. And here we celebrate New Year's on the 13th of April, like in Sri Lanka, they call it Songkran. So we also call it Songkran. So Songkran is our traditional New Year's Day. Yeah, we normally have the festival on Sunday, the second Sunday of April. Yeah, the major event. Next question, please. If you have one, I'm not sure if you are a bit hungry now or tired.
Sorry, you said you reincarnate, right? You believe in reincarnation.
Well, to me,
Sorry.
yeah, okay.
It depends if you reincarnate in human or animals.
Yeah.
Right? What is the difference?
I thought when we use the word reincarnation and rebirth, I prefer to use the word rebirth rather than reincarnation, because from the Buddhist point of view, to be reincarnate means you will be born at the same thing, the same person. But to be reborn, it depends on your own deeds. You can be born as an animal, you can be born as an angel, or even in hell. This depends on your own deeds. Although you happen to be born as an animal, you still have a chance to be born as a human being. Yeah, it depends on your own deeds, on your own karma. Yeah, so your karma will define you. Your karma will define your destiny. There is no permanent hell in Buddhism. There is no permanent heaven in Buddhism. You may go to hell because of your bad deeds. Like those who commit a crime, they go to the prison. They may stay in the prison for many years, and when they finish the sentence in the prison, then they will be released. So this is similar to what happens in hell. So we won't be in hell forever. You still deserve the second chance. It's no more to make a mistake as a human being. And if you regret, then you want to change yourself, and then you can be a better person. Okay, next question.
Where did Buddha die?
When?
Where?
In the north of India, Kusinagara. And he was born in a park called Lumbini, now located in Nepal. And then he reached enlightenment in Bodh Gaya, in Bihar state. And he died in Kusinagara.
How old was he when he died?
And he died when he was 80 years old. Yeah, 80 years old, on the full moon day of the 6th lunar moon. But in our tradition, we celebrate Vesak Day because we believe that the Buddha was born, attained enlightenment, and passed away on the full moon day of the 6th lunar moon. But in Mahayana tradition, for example, in the Japanese Buddhism, they believe that the Buddha only was born on Vesak. But he died, he might die sometime in December. But in Theravada tradition, we believe that the Buddha was born, attained enlightenment, and died on the full moon day of the 6th lunar month, but in different years.
Do you have a mission to convert more and more people to Buddhism?
To be honest, we don't have the policy to convert the people at all. From the outset of Buddhism, there is no policy for the Buddhist monks to convert anyone. We welcome you to learn about Buddhist teaching. Many people who come here for meditation, they are not actually Buddhists. We never actually encourage them to be a Buddhist. We simply show what Buddhism is about, and then you are welcome to learn about Buddhism. It doesn't matter if you want to convert up to Buddhism or not, we leave it with you. Yeah. So when we first came to England, I thought local people were suspicious because we were often asked, how many people you want to convert in 1 year? We said, well, we never try to convert anyone. We simply show what Buddhism is about. And then if you like Buddhist path, if you like to follow Buddhist teaching, then we leave it with you. You don't need to be a Buddhist in order to learn about Buddhism or to practice Buddhist teaching.
So you don't eat meat at all?
According to our tradition, we are Theravada, So in Theravada Buddhism, the monks still live a life by begging food from other people. Traditionally, the monks will carry this begging bowl to collect food from the lay supporter. So whatever is given, the monks simply accept it with appreciation. We have no choice. We simply accept. So traditionally, the monks in our tradition are not vegetarian. In Chinese Buddhism, monks are vegetarian. And the reason for not being vegetarian is that because you rely on support from other people. You can't simply demand what kind of food you want. Unless if you are allergic to something, you may tell your supporter, I can't eat chicken, I can't eat pork because I'm allergic to it. In that case, the monk is allowed to mention the name of food.
To go back to reincarnation, how does an animal reincarnate as a human being?
Because of their good deeds in their previous life. We believe in the cycle of birth and death. In the long, long cycle of birth and death, those animals might have done some good things. Some bad deeds, they were born as an animal. After they finish the bad karma, and then the good karma, we help them to be born as a human being. Like the criminal, after they finish the sentence in the prison, and then they try to be a good person, try to be a better person, so they deserve a second chance.
So is the understanding then that all creatures have a moral sense?
Yeah.
We tend to...
Yeah, from my understanding, I thought all creatures have the moral sense, nature, because of their instinct. For example, I think for tigers, they don't feel guilty to kill other animals. They don't have that sense. Yeah. They may have that sense, but because of their instinct, they just live in accordance with their instinct. In some way, they might feel sad. So tigers may feel sad when it's lost the baby. Even elephants feel sad when it's lost the baby. Yeah. Shall I finish now? Right. Okay. And John, do you want to say something or?
Well, yes. What I would like to ask you really is that thank you very much, and there's a little gift there which you can give. But can the seed group say something before we go for lunch? Because,
yeah, okay, yeah.
It will be difficult outside to say a few words, and we could also explain how lunch is going to be organised. Yeah.
Right. Okay, and before I finish, just in case if you need to use toilet,
yeah, thank you.
there is the toilet at the far end. When you go out, left, and then after the car park, you will see the white building. That is a toilet block. And there is not another toilet block. This one is more convenient and more toilets. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, you're going to say something? Yeah. Okay, please stay where you are and. Yeah. Yeah, sit first. You're going to use microphone?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, yeah. Can you...
Good afternoon, everyone. I won't take up too much of your time. I've just got a brief introduction. We've taken part in the interfaith for the last 34 years, and it's always nice to meet everybody from every walk of life. Just a brief introduction to who basically we represent. So we're from Sachkhand Nanak Dham, which is based in Birmingham, UK. And again, we're honoured at this moment to have this opportunity to take part in the 34th Multi-Faith Peace Gathering. Without all of your presence, we would not have the opportunity to serve and share this precious time with you all. Our founder basically of the mission is Hazur Maradarshan Das Ji. He named his mission Das Dharam, which basically means a service to humanity. The aim of Das Dharam is to serve humanity using and practicing its 5 core principles. The first of which in Punjabi it's Sach, and basically means the truth. The second is Siddiq, which basically means contentment. The third is Daya, which is welfare and service to others. The fourth is Saad Sangat, which is attending congregations as we are gathered here today. And the fifth is Shahadat, which is the sacrifice of one's vices. Our founder, Maradarshan Das Ji, sacrificed his life at a young age, and he gave us a reason to build on a strong foundation of love, peace and unity. He bestowed on us a slogan, which is Nanak Naam Chaddi Kala Tere Pane Sarbat Da Bhala, which simply translates and means, in the name of the God in whom you believe, in whomever you believe, do something good for somebody in your life. So once again, we want to thank you for letting us share this precious time with you, and hope we will continue to do so for many, many years to come, gathering more and more good people like yourselves. God bless us all. Thank you.
On behalf of the Buddha Bodhisattva Temple, I am happy to welcome everyone. I hope you enjoy visiting the temple. And in the future, anyone would like to make another visit, you're more than welcome. And we are open every day from 9:30 to 6 p.m. on the weekday. On the grounds are open every day, but the main is normally by appointment on the weekdays, or we can open 9 until 6 p.m. No need to book, just walk in. Thank you.
We're all gathered here. We're having lunch here too, and as you hear, our lovely chief friends here from Satya Dhanadam will be providing lunch. And lunch is down the steps, straight down the steps here.
On the right?
Open area on the right.
Just look for the bell tower.
Okay. Now don't move, please. As Kama said before, toilet block over there, plenty of toilets, good facilities. It's a walk garden here if you want to, a meditative garden. But we will need to leave here at what time? Anybody?
1:45.
We need to leave at the next place at 2:15. It's taking us a long time to get from A to B because some of us are a bit slow. But you all have clear instructions in the booklet, don't you? Yeah? So do follow them if you get lost. So we're having lunch now, and we will leave here about 2:45. We've got 3/4 of an hour, basically. Thank you very much. Thank you. And that's been wonderful. Please come again here.
Can we take a picture?
Yeah, fine, yeah.
For the meditation. It's there.
If you run down, we have more at the house. So, yeah. If you run down here, and then I can give more. Hello.
There's the yellow one, which is different. Regarding rebirth, who actually is in control of how you are reborn, where you
Your
are
mind.
reborn? You are in control of it. You
Your
choose.
mind. Yeah, you choose.
You choose an area that you maybe are deficient in. You need to work on in your soul.
Yeah.
So that probably would be the one which you could choose.
So the state of your mind will take you into the future, actually state.
The state of my mind at the
Yeah.
time that I
Yeah,
depart this body.
yeah, yeah,
Is it an instant rebirth?
yeah,
It is instant rebirth into
yeah.
Well, I've always wondered where
For example,
I mean, my spirit can't die.
Yeah, at this moment, if you are happy as a human, you were reborn as a human being. And if you are extremely angry, you are in hell already. I mean, the state of the mind. So the state of the mind will define your next birth.
So in a way, well, I'm not actually in control of it. It's my mind. I have to trust that I will be reborn as something which will give me the opportunity to make myself a other transition, move further up the path to the light.
This is the reason why that you focus on the mind training. You believe that the mind will define everything. The mind is a forerunner.
I came here one time and you were floating lanterns on the lake. When
That's
would
in
that
November.
be? That's November.
Yeah, we have two major festivals.
Yeah.
One in April, another one in November.
So would that be this 10th of November there?
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah, Katina.
Katina.
And Loikaton Festival.
Ah, very memorable. Thank you.
Yeah.
If your main practice is meditation, which involves emptying the mind and things.
Yeah. We have three levels of practice: giving, being moral, and meditation. You can look at this.
Yes, I should go through that.
Yeah.
But what then is the role of all the illustration that you have here in your temple? Will people come to meditate, but also meditate by focusing on Buddha's life?
No. We teach meditation on how to observe the mind. Then observe the mind, observe what's happening in the mind. And we do walking meditation in order to build up mindfulness. So we focus on mindfulness development by observing what is going on here and now. When we walk, the meditators, we try to be mindful of their movement. When they do sitting meditation, they try to observe what is going on here now, but basically, the meditators will be told to observe rising and falling. That is the way to develop concentration and mindfulness.
So the decoration of your temple is something else. It's more homage to Buddha.
Yeah, that's right.
It's been very interesting. Thank you so much.
Three types of Buddhas. One is a jade.
The real one was made of jade, but this one is the presentation.
Okay.
But I thought we just want to make our child look nice, so we put different Buddha statues in different positions.
Okay. So nothing. Okay.
Nothing to do with the hierarchy.
It's more for decorative to make it look nice.
The black is the principal one.
Okay.
The black is the principal one because the temple name is Buddha Batipa, and this Buddha statue was also named Buddha Batipa. So the temple was named Buddha Batipa after this statue. So this one is probably 700 years old, whereas this one is only 40 years old. This one is 700 years old, 700 years old. This one we brought all of this from Thailand. From Thailand.
So I think we couldn't, because we were outside, we couldn't come in, so we didn't hear the explanations only the last bit when he
And again, will that be very specific?
You have a question?
Sorry.
Yeah.
22nd June, 2 weeks after we have peaceful celebration.
Yeah.
So if possible, please come.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
I heard a big Theravada gathering at Birmingham same day, 22nd June.
Yeah. I'm the secretary of the Theravada Sangha in the UK.
So you go to Birmingham?
Yeah, I go to Birmingham.
I see.
I go to Birmingham.
Yeah. So this year, I think no Theravada priest come.
Yeah.
If possible, if we have many priests.
Sorry?
If we have many priests, if
Okay, I will say, and if one of our monks can go.
If possible, please
Yeah.
let me know.
All right. So where in London?
And Battersea Park?
Battersea Park.
Yes.
Okay.
Peace Park. That's
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I will look at it and then I will. There is an email somewhere here. Okay. So I can inform you by email.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. You're from Sri Lanka?
Me?
Huh?
India.
Gujarat.
Gujarat, yeah.
Heard a lot about Buddha.
Yeah.
He suffered, I almost died,
Yeah.
We did some study on that.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I never been to such a temple where there's so much good stuff.
Good. You haven't been here before?
No, first time.
Ah,
I've been to the one in central London where there were 1,000 Buddhas.
Yeah.
But the first time I came here.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. God bless.
ต้องไปที่กุฏิวันก่อนก็มาไม่ใช่เหรอ
ไม่เคยมาครั้งแรก
อ๋อ ต้องไปที่กุฏิถ้าจะทำบุญก็มีชักชุดสังฆทานที่บูชาที่นู่นนะกุฏิเข้าไปด้านหน้า
ข้างในนี้ใช่ไหม
ใช่ต้องเข้าประตูด้านหน้า แล้วก็บอกคือมันจะมีชุดสังฆทานอยู่ตรงมุมแล้วก็เราก็ไปบูชาชุดสังฆทาน
ชุดละเท่าไหร่คะ
ก็แล้วแต่เราศรัทธาแล้วก็ใส่ปัจจัยในซองคือชุดสังฆทานก็หยอดปัจจัยลงไปในตู้ ทีนี้ถ้าเราจะถวายวัดก็เขียนใส่ในซองแล้วถวายเรื่องอะไรก็เขียนไปเดี๋ยวเข้าไปแล้วจะมีคนบอกเอง All right, Superman.
Where is Superman?
Okay, I can show you.
There's Margaret Thatcher, look.
โอเคเรียบร้อยเก็บที่เลยก็ปิดก็คือตอนนี้ไม่มีใครแล้วนี่
เมื่อกี้มีคนนี้เขาถามว่าสนใจเรื่องอินเทอร์เฟซไหมเขาอยากจะเชิญไปพูดนะคะ
อ๋อก็หมายถึงเชิญโยมใช่ไหม
ไม่ใช่โยมถามว่าของวัดใช่ไหมเขาก็บอกว่าก็ให้เป็น representative แล้วก็
อ๋อของใคร
ผู้ชายคน
ออนเฟซเน็ตเวิร์คนไหนคนที่คนซิกนั่นเหรอ
ไม่ใช่เป็นผู้ชายฝรั่ง
อ๋อโอเค
ค่ะเขาบอกเขาจัดอินเทอร์เฟซบ่อยแล้วก็อยากจะให้ไปร่วม
มันบ่อยมากประมาณจะไปไม่ไหวไม่ไหว
แล้วพี่เขาขออีเมล
โอเค
อันนี้เขาชวนไปฮีลิ่ง
Right.
I get on down there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry we were so late.
It's all right.
We ended up coming in groups instead of all together.
Yeah.
From.
But leave it open. Leave it open.
So we're going to have lunch now. You've had lunch already.
Yeah, we had lunch.
You have early.
Yeah. It's 11 to 12.
Yes, I know, because I've been with Thai monks over in Italy once, and